Ooh, that's how we get this money.
In the burger universe, is that what's going down? Like future podcast top 10 burger places?
I don't think so. I don't know.
The war.
All right. Are we starting this?
Yeah, I guess. Oh,
all
shit, right. The horns. Let's go.
Outside, dog. See?
Yeah.
On the balcony. Live from the streets.
Live from Tuwon-san.
Anyway, another episode. This week's episode of Kaiser-soboosh. We're your hosts. I'm Kaiser. That's
soboosh.
All right, there we go. All right. There's the so just links us.
Big up Kaiser, big up soboosh. Everyone ready.
And if you haven't listened to our podcast, which you probably haven't, which I don't think many are listening to, we just go over weekly popular culture thing, movies, music, comics, politics, pretty much anything and everything that we're interested in, just talk about anyway. So, without further ado.
22 Savage, that's what we start with.
All right. What's going on with 22 Savage?
In honor of DJ Academics.
Okay. So what happened to him? He was beat up in Texas?
Yeah, I haven't seen the YouTube stuff. Damn, Vlad TV already got a post about it.
Okay. So 22 Savage was what, he got his chain snatched or something like that?
During a show last night in San Antonio, 22 Savage was allegedly relieved of his chain after getting pulled off the stage in the middle of his act.
Relieved of his chain, like it was...
Going by the name Young 22, the Louisiana rapper, made headline. Okay, no, they're just telling me about him. But Snapchat picture was found with a young man flexing with what seems to be the chain. The chain says 22 Savage. I mean, the picture says 22 Savage chain. Fuck that nigga. Snatched shit. Ape Life. Tone City.
Oh my god.
I've never. I don't know. Maybe I just don't mess with the right people. I didn't know this place was called Tone City. You know.
Tone City, Ape Life. You're apparently in the middle of a different war. The war for the planet of the apes.
I've never seen this, you know, like, but
San Antonio.
The Boosh kids, even though like Tommy Wong definitely has his roots in the real hip hop scene, he never threw us in there, so I didn't get to see all that savagery first.
Yeah, no, it's cool. We're from the Bronx. I don't need to see any other state savagery. Yeah, I'm all good on that. Yeah. So, well, what do we take? Why did we bring that up? Yeah. Newsflash, everyone. 22 Savage got his chain snatched in San Antonio.
I just thought it was funny because I was like, oh shit, gangster shit is going on in my city.
Yeah. By apparently the Ape Life savages of San Antonio. So,
like, this is usually the shit I see on like DJ Academics channel. That's why. So I'm like, oh shit, this is going on in my city.
I mean, I guess for any type of real commentary on this before we move on, I mean, I guess, you know, anything about hip hop and where it comes from and the culture, and 22 Savage, what he talks about. And I saw an interview with him and I thought he seemed like pretty intelligent. You know, he definitely came from like a crazy background and was around a lot of stuff, but he seemed like he was, you know, just trying to make music and do better. I think he said he like bought his mom a house and some stuff. So that was good. But, you know, when you put that kind of content in your music and then you go to other places where people also do that, you know, it opens the door for people to want to test you if you're talking that stuff, you know, and that's the blurred line between, you know, what's on a song and what's reality. And that even just goes to show you when people just like the influence of the music, you know what I mean? That's one way, like, oh, people might be like, oh, this dude thinks he's hard, so when he comes here, we're going to rob him. But at the same time, on the other end, it could, you know, influence some kid to sell drugs or something like that. I'm not saying it's a rapper's responsibility to do that, but, you know, words are powerful.
You always talk about, like, you get what you put out, you know, so you attract shit.
I was just about to say, you know, words have power, so if you put that stuff out, don't be surprised if it manifests in some way. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess I hope he's all right, and, you know, that's unfortunate, But I mean, that stuff happens. That stuff happens all the time, and I feel like the reasons are always the same. So
it looked like since we last talked about 22 Savage, not that we regularly do, but I guess he changed his name to Young 22. Like,
took the Savage off. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he's making a change.
Yeah.
Maybe he's making a change.
But you never forget where you came from. You know what I mean? Like, so at least they didn't.
Yeah. I guess that's crazy. So Predator. We can talk about the Predator. You sent me. We looked at the articles real quick about like what they were doing and some of the plans. It had some of the cast. I thought the cast looked pretty solid. I might have to pull it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find that real quick. Predator picture.
But
oh man,
from the pictures, and it's supposed to, I guess, continue off of the first two, if I remember correctly. Which the stories are always loosely linked anyway. From Predator 1 to 2, the only connection is they reference that Predator 1 had happened. Gary Busey, like they reference the story, but other than that, there's no continuum of the story in terms of characters or anything. So in that case, it's probably really not a continuum. I just hope that it's interesting,
Yeah. I can't find that picture, but I mean, like that picture, it looked like a Predator. I think I found it actually.
What did you want it to look like?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, what do you do with this information? Like, it's just like, all right, cool. It's not like seeing one of these Marvel characters for the first time.
Yeah, and that looks like the old. That looks like the old Predator mask too. Like it looks like the mask from Predator 1.
Oh, is this not a picture? The picture I have is like him with no mask.
Oh, nah. The first one you sent me, you had a mask. So
I mean, because I don't know. This might just be fluff. But look, I just sent you a picture. It's like him on a tank. Like with no mask. Yeah, he's doing the future fuck it mask off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I see. Yeah. I meant the picture for the article.
Yeah. Nah, that picture.
Yeah. No, I saw that. I mean, I just hope the story's good. And I mean, the story's kind of the same, right? Like Predator's gonna hunt a group of badass people or things, and I just hope it plays out pretty good. This one's weird because I talk about, we talk about not wanting too much nostalgia in movies, but I'm not sure, how this one could really be super different unless, we took it to the Predator's planet or something. And looked at a different story, just like you always talk about with more just Predators. But
this guy looks to be like I guess photographer on set or something, but it looks like he's on set. So he's posting more pictures actually. That's the only one with a Predator in it. But I guess it's safe to assume that this jungle is like the set. And that just literally looks like, well, then Predator 1 then, right? That's just Arnold,
Well, I mean, this picture just looks like a silly picture, but
no,
there's
like
there's two predators in the there's two predators in the picture with the striker, and like one looks like he's driving it. So like, what is going on here? Or is this just like a picture of them chilling on set?
All I saw was the other one. Yeah, this is I didn't even see that. That is crazy. I didn't even see that Predator driving.
So I'm like, are they on the same team? Are they chilling together?
Oh man, this time is real.
Or are they just like the actors are just no shit chilling on set and it's just a picture? Or is this like, it looks like just a picture, like them messing around. But I don't know. There really wasn't a whole lot of information, but I'm definitely excited.
It's a different picture, but it's the same thing. This guy, now he's looking forward to drive.
Yeah. I don't know. I really like Predator. I kind of would like to see another good Predator. So we'll see. But the expectations for remakes, even though I think Shane Black has something to do with this one, I don't know.
I think And I don't know. I believe things like Predator and Alien started out in movies. I could be wrong, but things like this, this goes back to more Transformers like style argument. Except like Transformers could talk, so there's no reason. These movies probably suffer from like putting in these people who we may not care about as your storyline. Random human A, B, C, whatever. And the argument would be like, well, it's hard to tell a story with like this animal that can't talk or something, Just to make it different, because this looks like the same shit's gonna happen. This predator's gonna show up. Maybe he's showing up with friends since they driving tanks, and the military force is probably gonna be unhappy with this, and they're just gonna go to war, And the predators will body a lot of them, but then like main guy protagonist will win, Versus like I always say, like, Transformers has the same storyline I just told you right there for Predators, but, the excuse would be, like, you need the human element to connect. But Transformers can talk. Like, Predators theoretically can talk, too, but I don't know if, like, their argument from a mainstream perspective would be like, well, you can't be putting out a subtitled movie. And, like, why not,
I mean, yeah, I get that, too. I get that.
Just to be something, like, because these aren't different. Or, like, Wally, like, maybe don't subtitle that shit. Yo, Wally did just fine not talking and having everyone else talk, Like, you could, because these are things that are easier done on comic books, But just, you can do it, man. Like,
I think if they did that, it just would have to be supported by, like, a really good story. Because I don't know if people are going to sit around for an hour and a half, 2 hours of subtitled Predator talk. With just nonsense going on. But I think if the story was good enough that, that it could get pulled off, even with just subtitles or some other way to like deal with the fact that they don't speak, human language. But Key is in this also from Key and Peele, so that's kind of interesting.
But he's just in it, right? He's not like...
I mean, I don't know what his role is. I think it's interesting that he's in this, just because both of them are comedians, so it's interesting to see Get Out.
That's not
That's the other one.
Right?
This is No, it's not. It's the other one. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, if he's just an actor, then it's like whatever. But if he has more to do with it, then who knows,
It's just weird, like, the comedian choice for...
I think comedians have historically proved, though, they can ball, though.
No doubt. I'm not saying he can't. Just thought that was interesting.
On the one hand, though, you could, from a stereotype point, like maybe he's doing, he's the comedian 101 on there, so he'll do the funny summer movie lines or something,
Yeah. He's been in a few movies, too, so I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I hope it's good. I hope this is not.
I hope. I hope this movie's going in a totally different direction, and predators and humans are chilling, like driving tanks together because they're fighting some shit we don't even know about. Like maybe a number one predator, we're fighting that predator. Like even the predators
they might be fighting the Ape Life gang of San Antonio. Who knows what's going on in this one, right?
I hope they both had a conversation. They got the lady from Arrival to translate for them, and they're like, look, there's some crazy shit, so crazy. We need humans to team
They're in Syria. They're fighting the war in Syria. It's serious now. Global terrorism has got the attention.
That is crazy. Predator. Fucking tanks. Predators driving.
Terrorism. Predators are now an ally in the global war against terrorism.
Oh, man.
So, I mean, there's not a lot from that. I just hope it's good. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot in the article or what we've seen. I get the feel that it's not going to be anything amazing, but we'll keep our hopes up and keep an eye out for some Predator updates, I guess. Black Lightning.
Oh, yeah, you just saw that trailer.
You want to? All right. For Black Lightning's a Marvel superhero.
No,
for
stop. All right, Black Lightning is DC.
He is. All right.
DC superhero.
But that's right, because you said that. Yeah, look, that trailer looked. That trailer looked like Cage. I don't know who's making these superheroes.
Black Lightning, DC superhero, right? If you can't tell by the name, he's black because You must.
That's right.
You must be black if your name's Black. Except for Black Canary. I guess she was like the one, right, who transcended that. I'm gonna be a white girl. But anyway, like 9 times out of 10, if you black, your name is Black something, you know. But anyway, it's a DC show. It's on CW, so you kind of already know. If you watch any of those shows, just imagine a black man at the center of it, and probably paint the same picture that it looks like. Even though Arrow started that universe, it looks like Flash kind of perfected the formula, and now every show kind of copies off of that. So every show is just different salad, or same salad, different dressing, kind of. So imagine that. And eventually, if the show doesn't suck, they'll all intertwine and have crossovers and fun stuff. So, but it also be cheesy and corny. Yeah. So maybe this is their answer to Cage. Yeah. Black man deals with black gangs.
Save the high school and fight in the streets.
It's all of them. It's Cage. It's Buffy. It's like.
So I wasn't particularly impressed. I don't know Black Lightning's story, and to be fair, I don't really know Cage's story too well as far as the comics go.
What's interesting was Black Lightning. Based on that trailer, he seems like an older man. You know?
Tired hero.
What's up?
Or like coming out of retirement in the trailer. It says,
tired hero. Yeah, but he literally seems like a man. He's not like these other kids, like who are kids. Like, nah, this is a man.
Yeah.
So, that's weird. Like, so that
is this his story in the comic books?
I'm not sure. I'm looking him up though, and it's funny you quote him as Cage because he also, just like Cage, since he was made in '77. He has a I was made in 77 outfit, you know. He could battle those heroes and go to Studio 54, you know.
And
no problem.
Of course. That's right. So, got that black man flavor, you know. Gotta stay fresh just in case after I beat these goons up, hit the club up. You know?
Is that a perm? Like, does he have like a perm?
Yeah, you know I got the,
I think he does.
And you know the perm is tight.
Yeah, now he's bald, but he got, like in the modern.
This is why I'm not watching Black Lightning. This is exactly
in the modern pictures. He has a more like I'm cool tight outfit, and he has like like close to bald hair. Like he's not no perm. No perm.
I didn't like that costume either. By the way, it looked real cheesy.
It let me see. Comparing it to, it looks a different version of the modern one. It doesn't look too off.
I don't know. I don't like the way it looks and like the way the light. I don't know.
Like here, look. I'm gonna send you. Can I just copy the image? Oh yeah, cool. I'm gonna send you 2 pictures. One will be a stop of him, and one will be a picture of a comic book. And I guess they kind of got it right, maybe.
So is that his? So that's his story. Is he fighting in the streets and stuff? Is this like?
I don't know his story. I mean, I can skim through it, but that'll probably be like some 70s version, and then.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess that's cool, but I don't know if I didn't watch Cage. And I don't really know if I need to see this.
There's the second one. I mean, doesn't it kind of look?
No, I don't know. It just doesn't look good in real life. It's like one of those things that just doesn't. It's one of those things that just doesn't translate good. You know what I mean?
Saying that about Harley. Like when Harley was in I think for a split second, they show like Harley in the original outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Suicide Squad, and like mad people wanted that, but then when mad people saw it, they were like, all right, it's just better to have her naked.
Yeah, it just I don't know, it just doesn't look as good. But I don't know if I really want to see another fight in the streets, gangs, because that's just like not even just black superhero movies. That's just like a lot of, you know what I mean, black hero kind of movies. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you don't even need to have superpowers for that. You can just show me like black man who wants to stand up, like if that's what he's gonna be fighting.
Or we can just put him in a different story, you know what I'm saying? And that might be the original story from the 70s, and like I don't know all the variables into why these stories have this kind of theme. But yeah, I don't know, maybe something new, not just because he's black or anything, but I don't know if I care to see. And especially for superhero stuff, like, yeah, you're just gonna be fighting a bunch of goons. You're not, I don't know. It just doesn't really
never be tested then, you know what I mean? Like he should.
Yeah, exactly.
Like even though I have my complaints about Cage, that for the most part, like, that was very brave of them in that. Yeah, no, Cage didn't really struggle, like, because he's like fighting a bunch of gangsters, you know. So it's
just fighting regular people.
Yeah. So like, I would kind of expect that. I mean, I'm pretty sure Black Lightning can't do that, because it's just a CW. I'm telling them shows, they really just variants of each other. It'd be nice, but his shows should just be him bodying people for a very long time. Then, if that's all he's fighting, you know.
Yeah. You know who has a better story is Black Panther.
I don't know much of his story, but he's in Africa.
I don't know the much of it yet, but it's a different setting. He's like, you know, what is he, the king of whatever that place is that he's from?
Or something.
Yeah, so he's still fighting for stuff or whatever.
Yeah, he has the real war. He has the African war.
Yeah, it's a different story, a different backdrop. But I don't know. That trailer is put on like don't watch list. That's what happened. Like, I don't really need to see this.
And then just for me, like, I really like comic book media a lot, but like my whole thing is like they're all starting to become. It's starting to become Hollywood. Yeah, let alone the oversaturation thing. It's starting to become like Hollywood's main go-to. Like, we want to tell a story, dress it up as a comic.
Yeah, it's a skin now. Yeah. Now it's just a skin, because that trailer looks like just another CW show.
Yes.
But now there's just Black Lightning's in it doing things. So it's getting generic and very cookie cutter. So that's another great reason why.
So like me, like there's 4 of them right now. It's 4 of those shows. I watched 3 of them. Ironically, I skip Arrow, the one who started it all. It's kind of fucked up, but like Flash was the one that got me into it. Flash season 1 was amazing, but you fast forward to now, and they all follow the same team format, and it's just variance, and so now it's just boring, and it's like, I think if we were in a world where only Flash existed, I can probably still hold that show in higher regard. But it's just like, even though when Flash might push the line or something, these other guys are doing it too in their own not as good way. So it just kind of deters from everything, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I really like Daredevil season 1.
Season 1 was good. All right, these are completely Netflix shows are a completely different world. But yes, the Daredevil
Cage is a Netflix show, and it sounds like it was garbage and looked like it. You said Iron Fist was garbage.
No, all right. So Iron Fist, top tier garbage. Cage.
Well, how many shows are there?
Right now,
Jessica Jones and Daredevil.
There's 4 shows, but maybe like 5 seasons because DD got 2. I would say Iron Fist is trash. Like, don't even. And then that's the nicest thing I could say, because normally I go on for an hour. I'm not shit. Cage, like Cage is all right, but I feel like I liked it because, again, like had I not been, I stayed in Harlem that same year, so I think I was like enjoying that aspect of it. And then it's more like it's not as good as Guardians 2, but it's like that. Everything I like about Cage is everything else. You know?
Okay, so it's an actually good show, but just not enough comic book. You want to see more of that.
They fail in on that aspect, like no villains. You know, like what did the fuck? See, like they did the Brave thing, and like he's bodying people, but for real though, give him a villain. Like that's.
But it sounded like Iron Fist was what is transforming into regular nonsense.
Yeah, that just seemed like a very bad TV show, and it made me dislike Cage even more, because the stuff that Iron Fist took and made horrible, it looked like Cage started those things, and I was like, well, fuck that show then. Fuck that.
Yeah, so I don't know what direction they're moving in, but I'm not very excited about this Black Lightning.
I'm not, I'm not excited for that. Especially the cool thing that the DC shows have that, maybe even over Netflix. Netflix is finally doing the Defenders, which I'm not excited for because of Iron Fist. But Netflix is doing the Defenders, so there's your crossover. But the CW shows can technically cross over all the time, anytime, And they're like, yeah, but this show won't do that. And I'm like, what? Why are you making a show that won't do that? That's fucking not cool. The whole point, to me, that makes those shows, like, stick-worthy-able, considering how bad they can be, is that they'll do the crossovers, you know? And I'm like, all right, man, that's fucking dumb. Whatever. So, yeah, there's that thing, too. If you're not going to cross over, I'm like, don't even come to the table, dude. Like, just stay, you know?
Mm.
And on that, I got no trailer or nothing. Speaking of, supposedly, because until I see trailers, I don't believe it, you know? So, but I think a Teen Titans show or something got announced maybe like a month or two ago with Nightwing in it, and maybe sort of made by the same people, but not on the CW channel, just on some other cable channel, and that might not cross over either. So I'm like, all right, that's cool.
I feel like the superhero stuff is getting into bubble territory. It's getting a little frothy out there. I don't know. I don't know. It's stupid stuff is coming out.
I think Marvel pushed the bound. I mean, Marvel, of course, is responsible with this. With one, Avengers. I think there's two things that happen. One, Avengers is obviously the main one, because then they make, we can cross over universes. So everybody does it, even when you don't have a superhero property, you know? Fucking Split now, you know?
Yeah.
But the other thing Marvel did was Guardians of the Galaxy. Once they prove they can do anything, you know, like, it doesn't even have to be, like, things they know. Spider-Man, X-Men, like, fucking a raccoon in a tree, you know, with a 70s soundtrack, like, or 80s or whatever. Like, I think that gave people confidence. We haven't seen it in the movies yet.
Backing it up, though, so it's whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, people, they don't know that yet. You know, like, that's never been a Hollywood problem, backing it up. Like, in the sense that, like, worrying about backing it up. Doing it and having proof that it worked already is usually what they're concerned with, you know? Making it good has always been like, well, whatever, you know?
That's so backwards.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. I'm not... Black Lightning looks like caca from that trailer. Those are my thoughts on it. Looks like another TV show. I don't think it looks as
bad as caca, but I mean... Yeah.
No, it looks like another type of TV show that I don't watch, because I don't really watch TV shows anyway.
Yeah.
But it looks like a drama, like... Dog, I'm not trying to watch like a Dawson's Creek with superheroes, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that's not what that was. That was, what was that? Smallsville. Like,
the trailer didn't look like Dawson's Creek, but since it's on CW... No,
Smallville does.
No, but since it's on CW, there's no reason to say that you're wrong. Like, it could still be that, because that's what they do.
And I meant Dawson's Creek as, like, an example of a CW show.
Exactly. No, I get it.
So, I don't know.
Like, the trailer doesn't show that, but there's no reason to not believe that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's just what they turn it. Because, look, I love Flash, but, like, unfortunately, there's a lot of that shit in there, too.
So. Negative on that. Tom Hardy and Venom. We're going to move on from garbage.
Oh, man, I just had...
Garbage lightning. Man,
I was working that wedding yesterday, and, like, I swear 30 minutes of that wedding was dedicated to this topic.
I'm talking to Tom Hardy. But we don't have to spend a whole lot of time. That's the only real thing.
No, it's just funny. It's just funny. Like that.
Yeah, no, and Tom Hardy's good. He was in Mad Max, Inception, The Dark Knight is Bane. I guess he was in The Revenant. And he's been in a lot of stuff. I like him.
So my friend was.
I think he'd be actually a good. He could pull off Eddie Brock or whoever they have as Venom. I think he'd be a good role for it.
So my friend was saying, because my thing is, I don't care. Look, Tom Hardy, I don't got nothing against him. I don't got nothing for him. He's fantastic. He's awesome. That's cool. I don't care about that. My problem is more like, yeah, but you surrounded by people who make this caca though. So, like, I have no reason to care or think that this will be a good movie until you prove otherwise, you know?
What movies are caca?
Oh, this is Sony. This is a Sony movie.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So, in recent time, like, for me, the only good Sony movies are Spider-Man 1 and 2, but that was done in, like, before Avengers, before Iron Man, you know what I mean? This is before Marvel started making movies. That's for me. And then the recent stuff, I think Fantastic, or is that? No. They don't have that. That's Fox. But the recent stuff, all the Spider-Man movies, you know, like the 3, and then you get Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2.
You already know my thoughts on Spider-Man's been in a bubble.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's definitely in bubble territory.
Yeah, Philip's so jaded, he don't even like the Marvel one, dog.
No. I just don't need to see that story of him fighting the Vulture.
Did you like him in Civil War though?
Yeah, no, that was cool
So
how
you
he
just
pops
don't
up
care
and does his
about
thing.
his
Yeah.
solo movie
I don't
stuff.
care about Vulture.
Yeah,
I
got
don't care
you.
about seeing Spider-Man fight Vulture because guess what? In the comic books, that's one of his main. Like, no, I'm good. So, for the new people that don't see it, like, yeah, maybe that'd be real good intro or second movie or third movie for Spider-Man. But for me, who's read the comics and seen all the movies, like, I don't care about the Sinister Six. I want to see Maximum Carnage. I want to see something, I don't know, some other thing.
Yeah, so
Man Spider. They have him transform and grow arms and turn into a tarantula. Let's see something different.
If it wasn't so bad that like Sony has done all these whack ass shits, then there's the fact that like to me Sony also did this to themselves. Like, wait, you gave Spider-Man away because you suck. And it's like, so now that I see so far Marvel's 1-for-1 with not having a shitty Spider-Man, why am I supposed to be excited about like?
Yeah, so does that mean that Spider-Man's not? Does that mean Spider-Man's not going to be in the Venom movie?
You see, like those are the things that that's
fine because Venom has his own comic book where he has other bad guys and people that he fights, and like
he been through
Spider-Man's. Not always. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, it is a Venom movie. They could have him.
And then, like, the cool thing
that might be a cool thing. Like, I honestly might not even really want to see Venom fight Spider-Man either.
But the thing about that too is like, I guess something cool about Venom is like, it probably happens just because popularity of the character. But like, yeah, you never get the bad guy gone good thing, you know. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna have Eddie Brock just become a hero like normal people? I mean, I guess they sort of did that with Deadpool. He's never really like.
I mean, he's not really a hero. Like, he's still crazy and kills people, but he just tends to kill like bad people sometimes. But he's not out like for justice and good. Like, that's not the impression I got out of him in the comic books.
Like, I feel like Deadpool the movie played it off kind of like the bad guy stuff came more as a human when he was a mercenary, you know. And then he still had like a little code there, you know? And I feel like that might be, I guess.
Yeah. That's kind of like along the Venom lines.
Like, I feel like Venom, I guess they're just going to do that then, right? Because you don't get to see him be a real bad guy. You don't get Spider-Man. You don't get anything cool. Or, guess what? Guess what you really don't get? You don't get the Marvel Universe. Who wants that, right?
They can have the jury in there and some other people. Like, I just care about good stories and like good stuff. So like, I don't have to see something that necessarily is like happened in the comic books or Spider-Man could not be in this movie and it could still be a badass movie. It'd be cool to see if like
it probably won't, but I mean
they just played off of like him versus the symbiote and like maybe he has like the jury or some other bad guy because I don't really remember him having too many cool bad guys other than maybe it's Carnage or something. Like, there's a lot of stuff they could do, but they could definitely make it show the character Venom, because he's almost like schizophrenic. It's the symbiote pulling, and then you have Eddie Brock and like that struggle and like the things that he's doing. So, I mean, it could get pulled off. Venom has a cool story by himself without Spider-Man, but
Venom symbiote wars, and he's just always fighting all those things that came from him.
Yeah, I mean, in the comics, that like happens later. He messes around a lot with the jury and like them trying to get him, and I don't know. At least in Lethal Protector, like I feel like he fought them a lot. Iron Man's, I guess. So he fought Iron Man's.
Do you think he could?
He's fought other people, but yeah, some of those are in the Marvel. Because Spider-Man's gotten help from other people. To fight him before, whatever.
Do you think they can do some ballsy shit where you don't even do an origin? He's just Venom already.
They should. They should just have it, and they should just reference it real quick, like how this happened.
I mean, based on the fact that he's gonna be by himself, he's just Venom already.
They should just reference it. They should just reference it real quick, like how he got it somehow in the movie, but not even go too deep, and then just start it off. Like, I don't even want to see. I mean, for new people that know Venom, maybe they want to see that, but just put a little 5-minute reference. This is how this happened. Let's move on. I'm not trying to see an hour of 2 hours of like him getting the suit to finally fight some random person, because that's I don't even know how they would be able to pull that off. So
honestly,
I don't know.
My main thing with Venom, I mean Tom Hardy's that's fine.
Sorry Tom Hardy, your movie is gonna suck apparently.
Yeah, well, my friend's argument was like Tom Hardy has never attached himself to bad movies in recent times. So I was like, that's cool, man, but this is a big scale. Like, because I guess the director and maybe the writer are like people to be maybe excited about. But then he was like, my friend was like, the producer is like this same people who did Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. So it's still the more further away you get from people on the set, you know. The more it's just the same ass people, you know? In charge. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's all sounds cool and dandy, but like, one, it's surrounded.
That brought the other Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's surrounded by people who normally do ass. And then, you know, an argument I always like to say, that's cool, but like, the bar is being raised now, dog. Marvel's doing this. You know, even shitty ass Fox has Deadpool. A lot of people like to use Deadpool as the argument because people think this movie's going to be rated R, so it'll automatically be fantastically, amazingly good because that's how good movies are done. And I'm like, that's cool, but Deadpool was made by a sector or fact in there like that. It was made by people who wanted to make that movie, and then the people who were making the shitty movies they always make didn't want them to make that. Like they had to illegally leak that trailer to get that made, you know? So it's like... It's so counter. It needs to come from a counterculture of the people who are in charge, you know, to even get something like a Deadpool, you know.
Yeah, I don't have much faith in Sony. Maybe Tom Hardy could help balance some of that out. I really do like Venom as a character, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm glad at least Tom Hardy is definitely a positive.
Yeah.
For that, so. We'll see what other developments are going ahead, but it's probably not going to be the greatest thing.
May he
probably
not suck. May.
Probably not. Moving on to some real shit.
Oh. Many
may not have known this, and I don't know much about it myself. I like to talk a lot out of my ass. But it's come to my attention from Boosh that Tupac may have been murdered by Will Smith. Bombshell. Fucking bombshell. I know. This should go viral just because we're putting that down here. Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Let's not forget, he also dabbled with some rap himself. Killed the Thug Life Tupac? What's going on here, Boosh? Tell me.
I don't know. Like, see, like, you know what? Just like I told you to prep that trailer, like I almost
Boosh told me that he smoked them. That like Will Smith got some real goons. He wasn't feeling Tupac and smoked them. That's what Boosh told me earlier this week. He might change his words now, but I just want everyone to know that's how it was described to me.
That came from like Professor Griff just saying stuff like, yo, Will Smith, like he didn't say Will Smith killed Tupac. Like, I'm trying to find out stuff right now. It's like a comic book. What if Will Smith killed Tupac? Like, it's like one of those Marvels. But no, that came from like Professor Griff. I think he was stating that like he asked Vlad, DJ Vlad from Vlad TV, he asked him who bailed out Tupac, and he was like, Suge Knight, everybody knows that. And he was like, before, who bailed out Tupac? And he was like, Will and Jada Smith. Vlad didn't say that, but Griff was like, like, you need to read this book or like this other thing, and or maybe like check out some of his other interviews, because it was all tying to why he can't get a passport and travel and stuff, and like, but yeah, so no, Griff was like, at the very least, Professor Griff seems to think that Will Smith, not that he killed Tupac, but you know, maybe just a little bit more involved in like with Tupac's life than we may know. And I was just like, I've never heard of that ever.
This is crazy. Will Smith was like really in the shadows of death row.
Yeah, I know, right?
Really pulling like, is this what? he was like, Suge was Will Smith's bitch. Is that like what was really going on?
I
Like,
hope so. Like the nicest guy.
yeah, right. Like the Fresh Prince of fucking Compton, dog. Fresh Prince of L.A.
See,
I don't know.
I can't find nothing on Google like Will Smith bailed out Tupac or anything. You know, it's just like Professor Griff saying this with the most serious.
Professor Griff got secret knowledge of Will Smith Tupac shenanigans.
It might have more because he did mention Jada a lot, and I was kind of ignoring that.
What was he saying was the connection that, all right, so he bailed him
now
out.
Now that I put, like, Will Smith bailed out Tupac, you seem to get some Jada Pinkett Smith stories because she might have had a relationship with Tupac. So that might be why, maybe.
That's maybe why Will Smith killed Tupac.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. I was just talking about why they bailed him out, but all right.
People seriously think Will Smith killed Tupac.
That's actually a site. That's like the third hit on Google. People seriously think Will Smith killed Tupac. But yeah, I think they were like together-ish or something, or maybe not. I don't know, but definitely around each other. So yeah, I don't know. Like this is like it's hard to find any credible facts. This is probably like all conspiracy theory shit that needs to be investigated in some weird way that can't be done. The only way it can be done, Google searches and YouTube interviews, really. But
jeez, Will Smith and Tupac. I'm looking at this thing. According to top secret FBI files on Will Smith that were leaked, Shock Z handed the job of carrying out the killing to a man named Wallace West. West was already wanted by the Nevada State Highway Patrol for having broken rear left blinker and was under investigation by Nevada DMV. Something happened at the Tyson fight. It was certain Will Smith told Las Vegas police that he was staking out some rental properties on the east side. So he was in Las Vegas at the time or something like that, it looks like.
Yeah.
Furthermore, it was discovered that Will Smith transferred over $600,000 in unsold He's the DJ, I'm the Rapper CDs to Swiss record store, who then transferred the smuggled goods. What? I don't know. This
Will
is
Smith was smuggling money to Tupac. Is that what I'm understanding?
Smuggled goods to stores in Indonesia and Saudi Arabia. The assets were frozen by Indonesian authorities, pending
I was trying to research some shit, but it sounds like you telling me Will Smith is funding terrorism in the Middle East. Like, is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yo, and then it's like they backed off because Independence Day was coming out. Yo.
Oh, well, you can't fuck with that major release.
FBI ceased the investigation of Tupac assassination and didn't even file charges against Will Smith, who they had plenty of evidence planned the killing.
Damn.
Yo, damn. Will Smith is like a G in this article by Miss Angel Baby.
If that's not a credible source.
on JazzyJeffFreshPrince.com forum. It's in depth though. Like it looks like they did their research. I don't think they just so they found it at another website, which doesn't exist anymore. But this is good if it's just made up. Someone went into the detail to really put this stuff together. But I'm gonna go ahead and say that in my mind, in the universe that I have, I'm going to picture Will Smith as smuggling goods to Indonesia and Saudi Arabia, doing money laundering schemes and planning assassinations. That's how I'm going to remember the dark side of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, man. How else can you fund all these movies, right?
I don't know, dog. This stuff looks kind of crazy. This could be fake news, though. #Trump. But, this could be fake news or a fake story, but it's believable. I don't know. Will Smith might have. I don't know. Rest in peace, Tupac. This is, jeez.
So check out some of those Professor Griff interviews. That dude is talking about like there's a whole nother war thing going on. You know, like in his I thought that guy was just like.
Apparently so. Will Smith is longer.
Well, not even with Will Smith. Not even just like his life. Like, because I just thought he's like what, the DJ there or like beat maker, right, for them, right, or one of them.
Yeah, he rapped a little bit. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Either way, he's PE organized, but he was telling Vlad why you think I never go on world tour with any of the guys, dude? Like I can't get a passport. And he was telling he got his passport revoked, and Vlad's trying to understand this and get reasons, but they took his passport away from him, so he won't leave the country. But he makes it seem like he's under watch because of what he knows. You know,
I saw a few of those. I saw a few of the Professor Griff interviews with him. Yeah, and some of them were kind of crazy. He took a lot of flack, I guess, for something he had said about Jewish people or something. And that was I guess some of the reason, what happened, with his position in Public Enemy. I don't know. I saw some of it. I've seen Professor Griff on other stuff. I actually remember seeing him on an Alex Jones documentary.
Oh man!
So he definitely, he definitely be on the outside of the box kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But this Will Smith killing Tupac is a new level for me.
I don't think he said that. I just want to preface that. I think he said.
Yeah. No, we're not saying that.
He said he might have bailed him out.
Said that. But he might know what happened. You know.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that's something interesting I never heard of surrounding, the great mystery of what happened to Tupac, and that's a new thing for me. It's probably old, but maybe Will Smith is involved somehow. Very random and interesting. Jeez.
I hope Tupac comes.
You know who was involved, Duke? That just lets me know that Duke was involved.
I hope Tupac comes back as a mumble rapper.
All right. So let's go on to, before we go on to trending, let's do Song of the Week.
Are we doing that?
Let's do Song of the Week. Yeah, what was your Song of the Week?
No, you do it. I got to pick one. I know you're doing
Oh, my God. We're always doing it. It's Song of the Week. Jesus Christ. I don't know what my Song of the Week is.
I had a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't see, man? Shut up.
Yo, you know what my Song of the Week is? I got to look up. I'd have to look up the title. But it was an RJD2 beat that just randomly came on. I didn't even look at what the title was, but it started out real jazzy. You know what? Song of the Week is any song by RJD2.
God damn. That's 100, 200 songs, dude.
Yeah, that song's good. Let me try to think of one that I actually remember. But that came on and I don't know, I'd never heard it before.
Damn, Song of the Week's tough. I feel like I'd do Song of Yesterday. Because
right,
if we do a Song of the Week, well then I'm man, I just heard Big Sean No More Interviews. I know I'm late, but that song's godlike. First Big Sean song I like. I'm picking a bar.
All right. You know what? Song of the Week. I'll take that too for something new. That was pretty good. I never really listened to him. You gave it to me, and yeah, he was going in on that. I felt like he's one of the J. Cole and Big Sean, the new people that are still carrying the torch. It may not be in the shape or form that
I don't know if I like him yet, spitting. But he has one song.
No, but he's spitting though. I'm talking about he's still spitting in terms of he's still a craftsman in terms of being an
people
MC,
say that, so I guess maybe that's true, but I just haven't. I don't know. I hear the things. You know what it might be though, because I guess I can't say J. Cole don't spit, but I hear J. Cole and he just don't connect with me. So I ignore him tremendously. Big Sean right now is in that he hasn't. I haven't heard enough where I liked it yet. Where I hear his stuff and it just doesn't connect. So I kind of his doors are closed for me.
I think the sound and the content overall from the picture I get from him, and I haven't listened to all his stuff either. Probably isn't something that I'd be attracted to at this point. That's probably
what's doing it for me.
But I'm not going to take away credit if he could. There's a lot of people that I don't like and don't really listen to their music, but they can still spit and get down, and I won't. I'm not going to take that away from them.
Yeah.
He definitely was going hard on that track, playing with a lot of things. So in terms of the craft of rap, he's definitely doing it. Is he legendary? Nah, I don't even. I don't know if I've heard enough from him to make that claim. But he's definitely good.
I'll give him this too. Here's a so maybe No More Interviews is the second song, because a lot of us talk about the control verse for Kendrick, but when I was showing you Kendrick and I heard the control verse and you said it too, I was like, oh yeah, Big Sean's verse didn't suck. that was alright. You know, like on Control. You know, like that was alright. Some people think it's actually better than Kendrick's, but Kendrick's had the.
He's good.
He had the, the name calling, so that automatically draws attention.
And there was some content to that song. He was talking about some things like. It was good. I liked it. Big Sean. What is it? No interviews.
Yeah, no more interviews.
No more interviews. Song of the week. Big Sean.
Almost want to hear the Eminem one again, just to see.
He's he's one of the newer guys. I feel like he's a little older than the newer guys in like the time span, but he's still like kind of not from our time.
Even he was saying he was like meeting the younger mumble rappers. He was like, "Dude, we look up to you." Like, and he's like, "What are you talking about? I'm 28." But he's just been doing it so long.
Yeah. I know he's not like brand new. But he's definitely the newer generation. But yeah, that was good.
So I'm gonna do that. So you gonna do Big Sean? No more interviews?
Yeah.
I'll do other stuff then, because that way we don't double dip. That's a great song though. All right, so I was hearing the Drink Champs. So I'm gonna do a bunch of Noriega tracks.
Ooh, Blood Money Part 3.
Nah, that's old stuff. I'm doing newer stuff. I'm doing Noriega, Make 'Em Pay, featuring Killer Mike and Sleepy Brown. That's from the Drunk Uncle mixtape last year. I'm doing the new one of the newer songs. You should hear this if you haven't. Noriega, Relax.
Is that the one with Black Poet or not?
No. It's literally like they're making fun of that shit. He always says, "Relax." If you're doing stupid shit, relax, you know? He has a lot of dumbass songs, too. He has a foul nigga song. That song's stupid. That's
a lot of noise songs are kind of stupid.
But anyway, back to getting Nori. He got it. I'm surprised he made this in his current thing, because he's so, he's just so fucked up on Drink Champs. He made a song called Moments. You need to hear that. Like, that's probably, in terms of, like, lyrical meaningfulness, out of all three, that's probably the one to hear. Moments. Noriega Moments. Like, that, and this is new. All these 3 tracks are newish. Because one of them, they might be last year.
Dropping some.
These are new. And then, look, the final one is old. Black Poet, Hate, featuring Noriega. That shit's super old. But it's made by Premier. That beat is ridiculous. And it's kind of like Dark Nori. It's Dark Nori on there.
Now, Nori's got content if you go back and listen to his stuff. Like, he's got his own style. Like,
he's the spectrum. Yeah, he's content and ridiculousness.
I definitely like Nori. Remember he did the tribute or like letter to Big Pun after he died.
Yeah.
Like, I remember that. I think that was on the Quiet Whisper, George Michael's beat. Might have been. But all right, Nori Moments and Big Sean, No More Interviews.
Yeah.
Songs of the week. Now trending. Rompers.
I still don't know what that is. I'll just type it in Google.
So I was talking.
Rompers for guys, right?
I was talking with the lady and I was like, what are rompers? I was like, I honestly never heard that before. And I was changing the baby, and I was like, "Yo, is he wearing a romper?" I'm like, "Hun, is this a romper?" And she's like, "Yes, he's wearing a romper." And I'm like, "Oh, it's a grown-up onesie, just comes down a little more." But I guess babies have rompers technically, and like I guess women normally wear rompers. I see some of it.
They like dresses.
It's just a shirt and shorts connected. Yeah. It looks like It looks like a mechanic suit, but just shorts.
Look, man, if we can get like Young Thug and Designer in this, it'll be cool. The problem is all these pictures have white people.
Oh man!
Like, literally, all these pictures are all white people. Yo, like,
it's not trendy enough.
All right, I found a black guy. He's like pick number 35. He's way too happy. He look like he getting paid for it though. That's probably why.
We need some trendsetters to start wearing rompers, huh?
Yeah. I'm telling you, you get Designer auto-tuned, it'll be all right. Yeah, there's a picture of Yo Yachty. I don't know. It's only his chest, so I can't tell if he's romping.
Kanye, something like that, to get the romper on.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like one of those things that just pops up
randomly,
and
right?
Yeah, like out of nowhere, and like people start talking about it, making fun, and probably some serious kind of like stuff comes out of it. Not like serious, but I'm sure there's talk about like sexuality because of this thing and all sorts of like other, all sorts of other things, men being more feminine now and all that sort of stuff. I just think that it looks ridiculous for me to wear.
Oh, yeah. See, my more interesting thing would be the thing I always wonder is like, man, how does that even happen? Like the more like how does something like that even become trending? Like why? And like
probably because it's just so ridiculous and just like it's something I guess made for babies and women and now they for men. So that's probably, especially in the backdrop of things going on now. Like I could see how it kind of popped up, but like who decided to make rompers for men or like I don't know. Should we get rompers and try?
Oh man, that'll be album cover.
Yeah. Rompers. I don't know, man. They just look weird. Like I don't know. I feel like there's some people I know that I could see wearing it, and I wouldn't just like, I can see you in a romper. yeah, that fits you. But I won't be wearing any rompers. I don't know what this whole romper craze is. Maybe we should start selling rompers. Is that the new tech?
Maybe, man.
What do you think about rompers?
What do me like? See, this is the thing. Like, I know for the show I should come up with stuff. In my reality, like the way I normally am, like I don't even like notice that shit.
Yeah, normally I don't either.
Like when I Google those pictures, I'm like, oh, okay, I had seen some of this throughout the week. I guess some people talking and post, but I was like, I just thought it was normal dudes, like just whatever, and I just kept fast forwarding to it. I mean, like it's whatever, like dude, like.
Would you rock a romper?
No. In terms of me, I ain't wearing that shit at all. But you know what? Like, look, man, like. I would love to sell it to you, like if I could figure out a way to make that money.
If you guys like rompers out there listening to this show, we'll design some custom kasiersoboosh rompers for you.
Yeah, but I mean, like
$99.99 free shipping.
Look, man, I'm trying to. I don't even like wearing jeans, yo. I wear jeans because that's supposedly a normal thing, yo. I kind of just want to wear my. I'm still on that young man shit. Or New York shit in that I want to just always have sweats just in case a ball game breaks out,
Gotta be ready.
Yeah, so I can just pull off these pants.
You can probably
you can ball in those. You could, yeah. But I'm good. I don't need that.
You good? You ain't trying to like, You don't do that unless you could dunk on the court. Like,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Got you. Don't. All right. Street rules for ballers. Don't come out to ball on the romper unless you like got serious skills. Unless you're like slamming.
You don't gotta be dunking, but you got your handle game, your shot game.
You gotta be nice.
Yeah.
Don't come out to the court in a romper with like.
I can see garbage. That though. I can see N1 homies just like somebody with handles. I can see that because it's perfect because it can't. The fabric won't.
These are the new NBA uniforms, rompers.
Well, we started out that way, right?
70s?
They weren't connected, but yeah.
No, let's connect them. Let's make it. Jeez. All right, we're gonna move on. Rompers. Neither of us will be wearing rompers. If you like them, we're offering services for custom rompers, $99.99.
Yeah.
Free shipping. And don't be doing activities in rompers if you're not really good at it. It just kind of takes away from your character.
Must be top tier.
It makes you look like a jackass.
I don't know.
If
you're doing hip-hop,
whatever. Wear a romper if you want to wear.
if you're doing a music video, you should totally wear it right now.
Yeah, I really don't give a shit if people wear rompers or not.
Yeah,
I don't care if you wear a doo-doo jacket outside. I don't know what that is, but a jacket made out of doo-doo. You can wear that if you want to. It's fine. That's fine with me.
Yo, we'll go trending if we make that.
Yeah, doo-doo jacket, legit. And they're all handcrafted.
Oh, man.
All natural, too. All natural ingredients. Trump, my boy. It's that time.
Oh, man. What did... like, We used to always like talk about this man, but I thought, we chilled for a minute, but he just keeps coming back in the radar. But I guess basically the two things that stand out. He fired that, I think, head of FBI, Comey, right? And, like, I don't follow this shit, but basically the media implies, like, look, man, Trump's fired 3 people who are all investigating him being connected to Russia. And, well, those 3 people have been fired, like, pretty much after they were, or during they were investigating him to Russia. And then he threatened him on Twitter, like after firing him, which is kind of crazy.
Trump. Wait. We'll keep this segment short. What I gotta say about Trump is, I'm not a supporter of.
I'm trying to read this. Here we go. James Comey better hope that there are no tapes, quote unquote, of our conversations before he starts leaking to the press. And by the way, like the day before or after he fired him, there was this. He meets with this Russian guy, and I guess supposedly he told him top secret information that he wasn't supposed to tell Trump. So it was like, it's just, I don't know. All this shit is just weird.
Yeah, I don't even care about the politics. We're not gonna go into the rabbit hole. But I think about government politics and all of it just is silly to me. And doesn't really get seriously discussed or analyzed, or at least the media would make it seem so that people are just gangbanging. It's either this or that. But Trump's character, I like it. He openly threatened this dude. So he better not have no tapes of our. He admitted on it that there was that a quote? Was that a direct quote?
Yeah, he quoted a tape. Well, that was a whole direct quote, and then put quotations on the tapes, because I think the other implication. I think you're not supposed to be recording White House meetings, but there's been this whole implication that he's recording every meeting in the White House. So I don't know. Again, I don't know because I don't really be following that. But that's what it is.
I like it though. He's not scared. He's not scared to call somebody out, and he's not scared to get petty, which is kind of cool and refreshing. Like
Nori said he's the king of petty. Nori likes petty.
Yeah, he referenced Rosie O'Donnell the other day. Remember you? And he wasn't dissing her, but it was still like, dog. Like, when did that happen? Why are you bringing her back up to diss somebody else? Like.
Because it was in the regards to this same guy, I believe. He was like, I think Rosie said in December that guy should be fired. So he was like, yo, me and Rosie O'Donnell finally agree. But he like tweeted that, let's say, a week or two ago.
Yeah, like why are you why do you have Rosie that? O'Donnell?
But no, it's just why you have that on deck, like a Rosie O'Donnell 2016 December tweet. That's like 5 months old, dog.
Yo, why did he even reference it at all?
Facts. He need pop facts. That's why.
Facts. No. I like it. I like that he threatened him and said there better not be any tapes.
Yo, he's on world tour right now.
Better not. You fired. You better not leak no tapes. Don't do nothing. You already know what's gonna happen. You already know the goods. You already know it's ape. You already know it's ape life in the White House. Don't get it twisted. You saw what happened in 22 Savage. I'm the president. A whole lot worse. A whole lot worse that happened to you. We won't just snatch your chain.
He's the first president in like many moons to not go to the correspondence dinner. You know, the comedy thing.
No time for that. It's comedy. I got snitches in the West Wing.
Yo, he's on world tour right now. A recent tweet. He's getting ready for my big foreign trip. We'll be strongly protecting American interests. That's what I like to do. That's what I like.
That's how we get this money. Trump should. I feel like Trump has a hip hop person. Like he should just be a rapper.
Yo, May 20th. Great to be in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Looking forward to the afternoon and even ahead. Hashtag POTUS abroad. POTUS abroad.
Hashtag POTUS abroad.
And it's him with the Arabian Kings, Saudi Arabian Kings.
He's got like some flavor to him too.
Yeah, you got pictures. Red carpet. Saudi Arabian.
I'm not talking about none of his policies and none of that. They're all criminals as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, he's got some flavor to him. POTUS abroad.
He tweeted 4 pictures with that.
Does he have an Instagram?
Yeah, he does. He does.
Oh.
But on the Twitter, he tweeted 4 pictures with them. They walk in the red carpet with the Saudi Arabian people.
He's just stunting. He's stunting on you.
He's talking with them in the big palace.
He's stunting. I'm at the Grammys on the red carpet or whatever, you know.
And then there's 7 airplanes, I guess maybe doing the colors of shooting the smoke colors of I guess their flag or something.
Yeah, dog. Threatening people, flossing, stunting on people. You know what I mean?
The shout outs.
Shouting out people, calling people crybabies on Twitter. Like, yeah,
He did an armed forces shout out. Thank you to the brave servicemen and women who have served and continue to serve USA, our true heroes. # Armed Forces Day. That was to you, Phil. Yesterday.
Salute. He's the commander in chief.
And
right?
he retweeted the U.S. Department of Defense, Twitter, for you to follow them, on the, with that tweet.
Get down with the gang, DOD gang. Shout out to the DOD boys. Shout out to all my DOD boys on the block.
Retweeted his wife posting a picture of her teaching Saudi Arabian students.
Yeah, I mean, he is very interesting. The Twitter stuff is entertaining as hell.
I've been asking
Trump,
Director Comey and others from the beginning of my administration to find the leakers in the intelligence community.
He knew he had snitches. He knew there was snitches.
To terrorism.
I'm telling you. He's
an airline flight. He's not even done. Hold up. To terrorism and airline flight safety, humanitarian reasons. Plus, I want Russia to greatly step up their fight against ISIS and terrorism.
Damn, he just let a list of shit. Yeah. First off, we need to find these snitches. Number 2, this airline stuff can't be going on. And we need to go figure out this Russia stuff. Y'all need to get on it.
Oh, okay, I read it backwards. Okay. As president, I wanted to share with Russia, parentheses, at an openly scheduled White House meeting, which I have the absolute right to do, facts pertaining to terrorism and airline flight safety, humanitarian reasons, plus I want Russia to step up their fight in ISIS and terrorism.
Now, does that sound so crazy? Does that sound so crazy, huh?
But then when you read it, and then the tweet after is what I just read. I've been asking Director Comey and others to find the leakers. It makes it seem like, look, they suck. I gotta go to people who don't suck, you know? Might need to outsource this intelligence.
Yeah, dog. Yeah. I don't know, man. He's definitely doing stuff. Whether you agree with it or don't agree with it, it doesn't matter because this is a democratic republic and that's who he elected. So, you're not always going to get what you want, obviously. But he's definitely doing stuff, I don't agree with most of what the government does in general. Is just always just nonsense. But I feel like he's turning. I said this other day, and I'll say it here. I feel like he's turning into Tony Montana. He's looking for snitches, coked up. You know what I mean? He's bugging out on Twitter. They're trying to calm him down. He's firing people. He's he's getting crazy, dog. He's gonna end up shooting it out with an M16 and a grenade launcher with rebels rushing the White House.
Just tweeted 5 minutes ago.
Protesters rushing the White House to get him. And he's just him in his room. It's gotta take him out.
This is pictures. He just tweeted it, but it's probably a picture for his Instagram. He just posted a picture of him and I guess all the Saudi Arabian people lined up. And then
it's a block pic? He's got a block pic?
Yeah, with maybe 25, 30 flags in the background.
We deep out here. We deep.
And then it's not just Saudi Arabia. It's a lot of suits there too. And then there's a quote underneath all that in the picture though, so you can share a quote: "A better future is only possible if your nations drive out the terrorists and extremists. Drive them out and then all caps, drive them out." And then back to normal.
Why he type he's from the
No,
hood?
It's not even in the type. This is in the photo too. Just put you can't
Yeah, but I know Twitter only allows a certain amount of characters.
That's
but
why it's in the photo.
I'm waiting for him to start typing them, DEM instead of them, and using Z's instead of S's.
Drive them out of your places of worship. drive them out. And then every time he says drive them out, it's all caps because he says it. Drive them out of your communities, drive them out of your holy land, and drive them out of this earth. Oh, man. Oh shit. That was all caps, too. Drive them out of it.
It's on, dog. It's
and then
on.
It says on the bottom, President Donald J. Trump.
Tony Montana. Off the earth. I want the Diaz brothers dead.
And then he put hashtag Riyadh Summit, which is probably where they were all meeting, and hashtag POTUS abroad. So that way you know.
abroad, homie. On tour.
So that way they all know what he's talking about, you know?
Yeah. All right. Donald, he's still keeping the bar raised and the standard high, threatening people on Twitter, doing all those crazy things. Let's hope he keeps it up. Let's hope he keeps it up. I mean that in the most sincere way. I hope he does a good job as a president. And,
yeah.
You know, like, whoever is the president, I don't know. I'm sure it's really crazy. But as far as, like, the character part and this entertainment, like, I don't know. And it's a different way to do things. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people have never had the president tweet and stuff like that. Like, I mean, he's very transparent on what he's thinking. So people are always asking for transparency. So this is kind of interesting.
You got it.
Yeah, you definitely got it. He called.
Might be the wrong. It might not have been the person you wanted to be transparent, but it. Who did he
call? Some like New York Democrat a crybaby on Twitter? Yeah, that was hard. I was like, damn. How you call somebody another politician crybaby?
Yeah, that was that dude.
Good for him.
He's like, man, I forgot his name. It's like kind of famous.
It's like Chuck Schumer or something, right?
Yeah, it's probably Chuck Schumer.
Yeah. Good for Trump. You know, he's fucking crying. You know, what you talking about, huh? Crying. We ain't got time for that. We gotta go see Sosa next month.
Let's see. Let's see. Damn, this is like a whole.
Yo, we going on? We're done. I was wrapped up. You got some more Trump stuff to.
I know we're done, but I just want to I ain't even get to find Schumer. Like, just watching Senator Richard Blumenthal.
Yeah, I don't want to see him
speak of Comey is a joke. Like, look, so that's I guess Senator's talking good about Comey, and he didn't like that. So watching him speak of Comey is a joke. And then Richie devised one of the greatest military frauds in U.S. history for years as a pot in Connecticut. Blumenthal would talk of his great bravery and conquest in Vietnam, except he was never there.
Damn.
When caught, he cried like a baby and begged for forgiveness. And now he is judge and jury. He should be the one who is investigated for his acts. That's
one, you ain't even really served. Two, you a bitch. And see, look, yo, he'll call you out. He'll call you out on your bullshit.
You just said it. He ain't really served. That's what he said.
You wasn't really in the streets.
And then he got caught, and you
wasn't really in the streets.
And cried like a baby and forgiveness, dude.
And then when we ran up on you, you cried like a baby and asked for forgiveness when we pulled up.
Oh man!
Shout out to the commander-in-chief. Let's get it.
Yeah, and then then if you want to be more entertained, you scroll anywhere. No, I'm done. But I mean, you just scroll you scroll up and down, and it's just more Comey. He's like defending that shit on Twitter.
No doubt. Gotta. I don't know, man. Well, I hope. On that note, I hope everyone enjoyed another fine weekend edition.
Fine weekend.
Kaisersoboosh. As usual, I'm one of the hosts, Kaiser, and that's
Soboosh.
And that's it. We're gonna wrap this up. And are we gonna play anything? What you got?
It's always gonna be mountains forever until I make another.
We're just gonna play mountains over and over.
I don't know. Maybe I'll put something else out, but it's probably gonna be mountains.
It could just be a beat. All right. He's gonna play something for the folks. I don't know what it's gonna be. It'll be all edited it up, but you'll get some boosh freshness for the end of this. But that's it. Good night, world. Goodbye, world. Whatever. Yeah. See you next weekend.
Baked potatoes and chicken. Eat it.
Right.
Unless you're vegan.
That's true.
All right.
That's it. That's a wrap.